Here
we go. We're live. Hey everyone, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steve, and this is Cycle Hum, the guitar, trading, modding, breaking. I just had like a spasm in my hand.
You were roboting out hard on my side.
Oh no!
Yeah, are you okay over there?
That's all right. It'll sound good in audio.
Yeah, it'll sound good on the podcast mix.
Yeah, you guys listen to the audio. Screw this YouTube thing.
I'm gonna need more of those pixels, Steve. Can you get me more pixels?
It looks great on my side. You haven't. You're coming through fine.
Oh really? I tested my internet. My internet is hot. Yours apparently does not look great.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I just minimized it. Let me speed test.
Oh my gosh!
We need to start this over.
Great start to the show. We can't start it over. We're here. We're doing it. We're live.
I know apparently it's a problem.
All right, this first ad was sent to us by Ted Jackal.
Yeah, this is a twisted Les Paul. Look at it.
Look at that. Just look at it. Man,
it's so, it's weird, but it also just looks like a Dean.
It does kind of just look like a Dean in a certain way. It looks like those newer like Zelensky guitars, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it looks like. Now I'm trying to decide if I should jump routers.
Don't mess with it. You're here. We're doing it.
All right, this is a 1971 Gibson Les Paul standard twisted guitar, 1970 Sunburst, unique modified. This listing is for a really fun guitar I found a while ago. This is a 1971 Gibson Les Paul standard that has been heavily modified, and the best I can describe it is twisted. I hope the pictures will do most of the talking with this listing. The guitar dates to 1971 and was an original standard with factory full-size humbucker routes. The sunburst finish on the top is original along with the headstock finish, but the back and sides, the back sides and back of the neck have been oversprayed and refinished. The guitar plays great. The neck is straight and the action is low and comfortable. Most of the parts are changed. The pickups are an old Duncan 59 in the neck and a DiMarzio 59 Path in the bridge, and a really good sounding combination. The truss rod cover, tuner's bridge, tailpiece, and knobs are all changed as well. There's a small crack along the treble side wing of the headstock. See pics. There are also two holes in the top under the tailpiece. Not sure what they're from. The modifications with power tools speak for themselves. The modifications took skills and craftsmanship and must have taken a long time. Clearly, the person who did the modifications had better craftsmanship skills than judgment. It's fun to imagine the guitar stories. I got it like this, so unfortunately I can't provide any info on the history of the guitar. The guitar comes with a non-original case and will be expertly packed for safe shipping. Please look at the pictures and email the questions. I'm happy to ship internationally, but will not falsify customs documents.
Oh, okay. He's not going to do fraud for us, huh? That's too bad. I've seen weight relieved Les Pauls, but this is ridiculous.
This isn't weight relieved; it's waist relieved.
Did you plan that ahead of time?
No,
you just pulled that out of your ass right now.
I just pulled that right now. The one thing I will say about this that's pretty fantastic, I don't, without closer up pictures, I guess I don't really understand how they did it, is the fact that there's still binding that goes all the way around.
Well, I think they redid the binding. You'd have to. They didn't salvage the old binding and push it in.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like they actually at least in these pictures, the binding looks pretty good.
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't look good elsewhere.
From a few feet away, it looks all right. I'm sure if you got up on top of this thing, you'd be like, "What the hell? Look at these details." I mean, you would just forget the general appearance and you would focus on those details. Someone needs their whittling knife taken away. We're flummoxed.
Thing like, you know what this looks like?
Tell me what it looks like, Steve. I'm trying to figure out what it looks like.
It looks like a duck. Like the front of it looks like a duck.
It does look like a duck.
The back of it looks like a swan.
Yeah. Like
a goose or something.
Like over here, there's just the duck head. I scroll around here. Quack, quack, quack. There's the duck head.
maybe the binding is just paint. A cartoon woman.
Yeah,
it's a duck. It's a freaking duck, guys.
Is it supposed to? You think it's supposed to be a duck? I don't think it's supposed to be.
I think this guitar was. I think this guitar was modified by Hans and given to Gordon Bombay after his first championship.
I don't know what any of that means, but I believe you. I don't even know where to go with this thing, man. Like they want, how much do they want for it? Like 2,200?
Like 25? I thought it was 2450.
2450?
2450. At least free shipping.
I searched for 71 Les Paul, and there's a deluxe for 82 for 71. There's a 70s custom for 43, and there's a 71 professional for $5,000. I don't know.
You're saying this price is maybe this price is fair?
I don't know. Do you think you're getting $2,500 worth of Gibson with this thing? I feel like you're missing more than that.
I just found on eBay a buy it now on a 71 deluxe gold top standard.
Did you just free?
Oh, then I just found this twisted thing, and I found a bunch of Bob Gibson baseball cards.
Well, don't go too crazy, Steve. Save your money. Save a little bit.
Just search for 1971 Gibson.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what the actual value of this thing is. Like
this 25, this one.
Maybe you should try to get a new router.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like.
Can you jump onto a new router? Do we need to restart you? Because you are a robot right now. Can everyone in the comments hear Steve, or is it just me? Oh, this is super entertaining, guys. Let's take some comments.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
I think I'm back. Am I back?
Are you on a new router?
I jumped to my 5.0.
Okay.
So it's like a faster connection, but it's less stable. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's just like you, Steve. Fast, but less stable.
That's true.
Yeah.
The problem is, okay, guys, the problem is my router is downstairs underneath my TV in a cabinet, and my computer is upstairs in a bedroom. So it's shooting through, it's literally shooting like across a building and through a floor.
You got to do what I do. You got to run a 50-foot cable.
I guess. It'd probably be 100-foot cable.
Dude, I'm going from my upstairs office to the garage with like a 50.
Is it only 50 feet of cable?
Yeah.
I mean, that is literally what I would have to do. So maybe I should just do that. You're right.
Get a measuring tape and measure how much you need and do it.
I could probably steal it from work.
Ethernet cables are not expensive.
Oh, I know.
Just do it.
The problem is the damn kids on the video games.
Your kids will be jump roping with it while you're trying to,
Oh my gosh. That's probably the real problem.
So, I mean, do we have anything else to say about this other than I don't think you should buy it?
Quack. That's all I got. All right, moving on.
Quack. Do you think like there's $2,500 worth of Gibson here? I mean, it's just when you mangle it this bad, like people aren't buying it to be like, oh, well, the wood that's left is still that Gibson wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've lost all appeal to it, in my opinion.
It's goofy, actually. You could take this and completely because the whole thing is like, oh, the front is the original finish, but the back is all redone.
Yeah.
You could do a full refinish on, I think, on like a 71 and retain like 75% of the value because everything is there.
If you did a really good refin, you probably wouldn't lose much value at all.
Yeah.
But this is just it's over.
No,
like,
you chopped it up.
think you might be able to sell this to someone. $750 is popping in my head as a curiosity.
You can sell this to someone in a Rick Dees cover band.
I don't know what that means, but sure. What is it? Do you want to explain that?
No. That's a good joke. Just trust me. It's a
good joke, says Steve. All right, man. What's new with you?
What's new with me is nothing gear related, but tonight's beverage of choice is Kirkland Premium Small Batch Bourbon.
Ooh, there we go. Get that Kirkland Burb. That Kirk Burb. The K Burb. How this Did you trim your beard again?
No.
You look all trimmed up and dapper. I look
it's just because the light's on.
Yeah.
It looks clean.
Light. Steve, that's it. You got a light, Steve.
Got a light.
Steve finally got a lamp. Now we can really see those shoes behind him.
If I if I angle the light right, then I can be blinded by the light.
Yeah, all the podcast listeners are going to be riveted by this.
I know
stuff right here. So your new thing was just that.
Yeah, I don't really have any new gear things. I was listening to the Gear Slum today, and Cole was talking about his Strum from Digitech.
You got one of those,
and
open it.
And no, it's no. I did open the box. I just never took it out of the box. I think I did take it out of the box once, but then I put it back. I've never used it.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I have way too much gear like that.
I wish Digitech and DoD still existed as an actual company instead of just a warehouse full of stuff.
Right.
Because then I'd be more apt to like grab stuff like that and like try to promote it. But it's like,
yeah,
do I want to push a company that only exists on paper and doesn't have any employees anymore? Like, that's not fun.
Well, I'm not promoting it per se. I'm just saying I have one, and
I'm not accusing you of anything, Steve.
I should probably use it. Like, I had this whole plan to build a practice board that has that on it because it's a drum machine, and I've got a Boss RC2, I think, looper. So it's like, oh, I basically have a freaking like perfect practice rig.
Yeah, you can make little drum beats with that.
And then I never did anything with it.
Oh man, this is the part where you ask me.
Oh yeah, Ryan. Hold on. We talked about this last time for the viewers, for the people who are the viewers, not the listeners. People are like, "Oh, you got to up this. You got to up this." This is my bedroom, man. Yeah. Like,
this
isn't my gear cave. This is where I sleep.
We're in like this. I'm in the studio that we've built with Inner Circle money to like grow the channel. And that's why there's a wall with guitars and shelves and pedals behind me, because we built this space for video. Steve was not prepared to have a video studio at home. Like, he's doing
I could definitely do stuff with this room to hang guitars, and I've thought about it. But yeah, this is a bedroom in a freaking condo that I rent.
Right.
Deal with it.
Build a gear dungeon.
All right, man. So what's new with you?
Podcast once a week. I sold my Grote today, the semi hollow, not the full hollow, the semi hollow.
Right.
That I bought almost specifically just to shoot it out against the Harley Benton and the Firefly. And I was just looking at it on the wall, and I'm like, I don't really care about this thing. I never play it for pleasure. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Only play it for pain.
I only play it for pain. It's fine. It's a fine guitar. I'm just not interested in it. And I've got the Harley Benton semi-hollow that I also don't play very often. I play it in videos, but I never pick it up like, oh man, I want to play this. Like, I pick up other guitars first. So I was like, I just got to move this thing. I threw it up on OfferUp yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I threw it up there. And someone messaged me today. Oh, can I come get it? Of course you can. And then they're like, hey, and I listed it for $150. I think the thing was like $175 new.
Nice.
But the newer versions that they have on Amazon are like $299. So I think people were excited about it. I got a bunch of hits off of it. Like, oh, that's really cheap. They didn't know I paid $175 or whatever. So the person was like, oh, can you take Venmo? I was like, nope, cash only, please. I do not want a deal.
You were like, Venmo?
Venmo. And then when they showed up, because I had it listed for $150, I knew like, oh my gosh, this person's going to hit the ATM and they're going to have 160 or they're going to have 140 and they're going to try to haggle it on that. And so I scrambled together change for 20. And sure enough, they're standing at the door and they start haggling and my wife is watching it go down. And as after they leave, they're like, I can't believe they do that. I can't believe they show up and go, because the person like tried to play this whole like, well, I've got 140. Would you take 140? I was like, well, I've got change for a 20. Do you have another 20 in there? And she's like, yeah, okay. Here's your 160.
I'm pretty sure at least once somebody tried to do that, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, no,
I'll just see you later, I guess.
The time to haggle is before you pick it up, unless you show up and there's something wrong with a guitar that wasn't advertised.
Yeah,
you're supposed to haggle in the messages and the emails. Like, oh, if I show up with $100, will you take $100? That's the time to do that.
If you're just planning on doing it, like just do it.
Yeah,
just like say
do it.
Just say there's something wrong with it. There's some dust on here that I couldn't see in the pictures.
Yeah,
I might be allergic to that. Do you have any pets? This is a smoking home, isn't it? Don't lie to me.
Is this home insured?
Don't lie to me. There's asbestos in these walls.
But the person that bought it seemed enthusiastic about it. I got the vibe that it's going to be her first guitar sort of thing. I plugged it into the mini Katana and she like turned the knobs and flicked the switch and didn't play it, but was like checking out to make sure everything worked. So she either buying it for herself as like a first guitar maybe, or buying it for a gift, or
there you go,
buying it to flip it because she thinks it's worth $300. I think 150 is the right price for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I fell down some stairs and my computer died, but I did a whole video on that yesterday.
Wait, are those two things related? Like, did you drop your computer down the stairs?
No, I
did not hear about the stairs falling part.
So I was carrying Henry down into the canyon to just go walk around, and we have this pile of like retaining wall bricks.
Yeah,
they're like a makeshift staircase going from the deck down to the dirt. And carrying him back up the stairs, the whole thing collapsed underneath me. And my parent instincts kicked in and like wrapped my body around him as we're falling. And so I took the brunt of the abuse, falling on all the bricks and getting all scraped up and tweaking my back and my arm and my shoulder and everything on the way down. So, and then on top of that, my computer bricked itself yesterday. So I was just completely pissed off and completely stressed out and trying to figure out what to do.
Plus, you threw a basketball at a hoop and it hit the rim, and so your neighbor was just like, brick. You're just all bricks, man.
It's crazy right now trying to get a new computer because the Apple stores are shut down, and I wanted to get one of the newer iMacs. To order it from Apple, their estimated delivery time is 2.5 weeks.
Wow. With
no other option. They're just like, oh yeah, we'll just bring it to you on like the 28th through June 6th or something like that. Like it's this long ass time. And so I started trying to get creative. I was looking like, oh, does Best Buy have them? Nope. Does Costco have them? They have the older model. And I was like, I'll check with Sweetwater. I'll see what Sweetwater's doing.
Yeah.
I hit up my rep. I'm like, what does shipping times look like right now? My rep, Robert, he's like, yeah, we're shipping stuff out same day. And then you can pay up to have it be expedited shipping, 2-day air. And I was like, well, holy heck, how much is that? It's like $40.
Wait, they're shipping same day right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. So if the tracking is correct, if it's really going to get here when it says I'm going to have a new computer on Tuesday, which ain't too bad considering the circumstances,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll finally be able to edit all these videos I'm sitting in. I all this past week, I've been working on these videos that took multiple days to shoot for various reasons. I was like right at that place where like, oh, I can finally stitch these together and publish them. I was going to publish a video yesterday, today, tomorrow, Sunday. And then I made my laptop edit an hour's worth of 4K video for the Affordaboard tomorrow. And we'll see if I can publish it. We'll see if the laptop will publish an hour of 4K. If it doesn't, there'll be no affordable tomorrow, and all the kids will be sad. Yeah,
that's a bummer.
Yeah, but that's been my life. That's been my new stuff, other than selling the Grote. What do we do next? Sponsors?
We do a sponsor, and this week's first sponsor is D'Addario.
Boom! Got a little graphic down there.
Yeah, D'Addario is the maker of the XT strings, dude. Like, okay, so I got this new Gibson bass, right? And I've decided that I want to throw those XT strings on there.
These ones right here?
Are those the bass ones?
Yep.
Yeah, and so like the strings that are on there are like old and grody, and so every time I pick it up, I'm just like, and the bass kind of needs to be set up, and I want to get those new strings, man, because I know at least on the freaking guitars you have, those strings are fantastic.
Oh, they're great. They're great.
I'm sure they're great on the bass too. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I just installed a set on something, and I was just, man, these strings are so awesome. Like, just right out of the box, they just have this twang and this feel. I love them. But here's what I'm going to do, Steve. I'm going to throw your strings in this box with all the Inner Circle mailers.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I'm going to drive this to you tomorrow.
All right. I won't be home. I'm working.
Well, your family will be home, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'll doorbell ditch it.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Yeah. Big thanks to D'Addario. Check out the links. I got the links in the description. Support our sponsors because they support the content that you love, guys. That's my PBS pitch.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. This first topic, was this actually sent by anybody? This is just a picture, right? Was this picture from Chibson?
Yeah. Chibson posted this. Let me scroll through everything to get to it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It's a Chibanez. It's the Stevie Ray Vi. This is so brilliant. The Stevie Ray Vi guitar.
Yeah.
From is it Chibanez or Chibanez? I guess it's Chibanez.
I think that's the Chibanez.
Yeah.
No, I accidentally screen grabbed this little events.
That's fine.
Tab over. Oh well.
This is just such a great idea.
Yeah. It's like, this is the sort of thing that should actually exist, like combining signature instruments from two different famous players, you know?
Yeah. So okay. So I got one for you. I've been trying to think, and I this is like, we're talking about combining signatures, and I was having trouble, but I just got the best one.
Uh-huh.
The Yngwie Springsteen Telecaster.
So it's like a Telecaster with like scalped fretboard.
Exactly. It's got the stacked humbucking pickups. It's in the Malmsteen natural yellow whatever finish with a 52 style neck, scalloped.
How about Dave Matthews Willie Nelson guitar? Just a super degraded, crusty classical guitar that's like 2 inches thick.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. How about a Mary Kay? No, that's not gonna work.
Believe in you.
I had that one good one, and I think that might be all I've got.
You built too high, Steve. You went too far too quick.
I know.
What about a Zach Wilde J Mascis? You take a Jazz Master, you throw some EMGs in there. No, EMG in the bridge, P90 in the neck. You give it a purple and white metal flake bullseye on it. I'd play that.
Yeah, there you go. Whoever is repping Get Offset tonight, who I'm assuming is Emily, but I have no idea, has couples guitars, Nickelback and Avril Lavigne. So take the Chad Kroeger guitar, take that finish, slap it onto a Telecaster, or vice versa. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Who's Danny Gatton, Eddie Van Halen Telecaster? Brent Tom commented.
Yeah.
So like a Frankenstein style Telecaster.
There we go. The James Taylor Swift guitar. It's a Martin, like a Martin O shape that's completely bedazzled.
That
There we go.
Too good.
You know, in some ways, like the Dave Grohl kind of did that by just taking the Trini Lopez and making it blue.
Yeah, I guess. But did he start with a signature 335 as this thing?
No, not really.
The guitar I remember him playing before any of that was he played an Explorer in the early days of Foo Fighters, didn't he?
Yeah, he has another signature model that I'm not sure if it might be a Firebird in Pelham Blue. I'm not sure if it's a Firebird or an Explorer. I'm trying to figure out a way to smash something into PRS.
Yeah, you got to take like a Santana. And what would be funny with a Santana PRS? I can't think of anything.
What it is, you know, somebody already said, oh my gosh, the Brian Mayer Red Sky in Grant. That's a home run.
Damn, that's good. The Brian Mayer Red Sky.
Oh man. No, so what I was gonna say is I'm thinking Orianthe's signature PRS with the Eddie Van Halen. Now you've got merging two Michael Jackson guitars together.
I think you could take any guitar and give it the Van Halen treatment, and it'll be more fun.
Yeah,
you know.
But I'm thinking actually maybe you go the other way and you take the Orianthe finish, which is like this red quilt or whatever. It's very fancy PRS, and slap that on some like destroyed to hell, you know, Stratocaster Frankenstrat thing.
We've done it. I think we've murdered this topic.
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something really good.
This is one of those ones where we should have made jokes before. We should have prepared, but life sucks right now, so we didn't.
Here's this. Oh, the Paul Gilbert and Brian Setzer Fireman Falcon with Bigsby. Carlos Santana, Rob Thomas, Velvet Smooth PRS. I'm just taking these from the comments.
Yeah.
Velvet Smooth PRS. It's a velvet covered Santana model, which,
oh my gosh,
basically any Billy Gibbons fur covered model from, you know, with the fur era of ZZ Top. You can match that with anything else too.
Okay, from Fret Level Midnight, a Chet Atkins Country Gentleman. Country Gentle Slime, Dimebag and Atkins.
Oh my gosh.
Or you just take a Country Gentleman and do the purple lightning finish on it and throw Floyd on it.
Hold on. Is one more coming?
We're waiting, Damien. Hit us with the good stuff. I feel like we've waited long enough.
All right.
Let's continue.
All right. This next ad was sent by Chris Pop Christian Beerman. Oh, my, Dimebag Darius. It's a Dimebag Daryl with a Darius Rucker. I don't understand what this bass is. Does it fold in half? I think it folds over. For drones and special atmospheric experimental sounds, this device comes with two pickups, one for the strings and the other due to the mechanical spring. There's a normal output and also an input when an external audio signal has been put through. Super sound, ideal for gigs and very practical for transport. Packed in hand too. Video on request only if you're really interested. This is like 300 euros, which I want to say is like $400 right now, something like that. $300.
I mean, just look at this thing, Steve.
I'm looking at it.
It's made out of hardware scraps.
I just realized it's saying like, oh, it has two pickups, but really it has like the P-Bass split pickup.
I don't know why because one is underneath the garage door springs that are on there.
Yeah, and the springs aren't part of the foldy part. The springs are like their own noise machine over there.
Right.
So you would play the springs.
And oh my gosh, the neck is on a door hinge and it folds sideways. I was like trying to figure out how this actually works. That is a trip.
Yeah, there's like a little latch over there too. You just latch it down.
And you know what? When
a suitcase,
when you close it and the strings are loose, you just throw the strings over your shoulder, and it's like you carry it like a purse.
There you go. There you go. What is holding the strings in place? There's like some kind of like weird attachment. It looks like a thing on a. It looks like the thing you use on a hoodie to tighten your hood down.
Oh yeah, weird. No, it's probably like cable clamp downs for used in like decking cable. It's hard to tell. Can I zoom in? Enhance. No, I can't really tell. Oh, where'd it go?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm messing up is what I'm doing. Look at the bolts.
Yeah. Somebody says this is like the Electrophalsis. Is it the black fly?
Yeah.
And it really is. It really is. Like this is
It just has a
it's just bigger. Who died? Did I die or did Ryan die? I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna keep talking even though I can't see anything.
I kicked myself out.
You kicked yourself out. How does that work?
Accidentally.
All of a sudden I'm here all by myself. Cool.
This is a pretty sketchy episode of 60 Cycle Hum.
Yeah, I don't understand this thing. I don't know what you do with it. Somebody says you get your ass kicked in Lethbridge for this. All I know about Lethbridge isn't that the town where they basically tried to arrest somebody dressed as a stormtrooper because they thought they were carrying a deadly weapon?
I have no idea about any of that.
Yeah, that's what it is. They freaking like they tried to arrest a stormtrooper. There's some like Star Wars themed restaurant doing a May the 4th promotion. So they had a stormtrooper standing outside the restaurant being like, come get a food, holding like a Star Wars blaster. And the cops all showed up and were like, put the weapon down, get on your knees. But the problem is
he's not going to hit anything.
Those freaking stormtrooper suits like that you buy apparently are like, because of all the plastic pads, you can't really like sit down in them. You have to like take the suit off to sit down. And so they were like, get down. And I think it was a girl in the suit is like trying to yell through the helmet, like that she can't do anything. And they're just like the cops are just freaking out.
Cool story.
Yeah. Lethbridge. There we go. I don't know. Would you pay 300 euros for this?
For 300, I would just build my own.
There you go.
And this is about like $30 worth of, metal scraps from Home Depot.
It does have wood.
Yeah, I bet you can get those pickups pretty dang cheap too.
Yeah.
If you're not picky about, the brand or something like that. You're right. It is made out of wood.
If you're building this, are you picky about about any of these materials?
It's not even like a fretted instrument. Like there's nothing to this. You can definitely build this in a weekend in your garage.
Yeah, but would you want to?
That's the question.
I think at $100, I'm interested. Anything above $100, I'm not interested.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good line. Like if I saw this locally for $100, I think, man, that might be a fun thing to mess around with. And at $100, it's like, yeah, it's not worth my time to try to recreate it. But at $300, like if I wanted this, I'd definitely try to build my own. And I'd leave the weird like metal, what is that called? The metal strips off the side.
Like the holes? How there's the holes?
Yeah, I forget what the name of that kind of piece of metal is. It has a name.
Right. Well, it looks like an extra large junction box.
It's not a junction box. There's a name for that kind of hardware. Robert Master Switch says, oops, there we go. Just gonna show, if you bring this to an audition, you better freaking rip, dude. That's true. Like if you show up to anything with this and you're not like playing off as a joke, like look at this dumb thing. Yeah. If you're being serious about it, then you better be able to deliver playing this thing. And I'm talking not just the strings, I'm talking the springs too. Like play something useful or at least interesting with those springs.
Well, that's like when you go to the fair and there's a dude with the Chapman stick, you're simultaneously like, oh God, Chapman stick.
Right.
But also like, you're also like, oh God, that is like the most talented musician I've ever seen.
Right. And they're wasting their talent playing music that no one wants to listen to.
It's a shop class bass. Yeah, that's what
Mhm.
bovine deherder. Bovine deherder.
I don't know, man. I got nothing left to say about it. I just thought it looked
Yeah,
cool.
same. This
Yeah.
is a trip.
Yeah.
$100. That's
$100 sounds
my
right.
limit. Yep.
I'd pay less too. If I had the option, I'd pay less.
Sure, sure.
I'd
But
pay
you
$50
definitely
for
want to
this.
pay more.
Mhm. What do we do now, Steve?
Now
The album review?
we do another sponsor spot.
Another sponsor spot.
Yeah, this week's episode is also brought to you by Chase Bliss Audio, makers of pedals more creative than you are.
That's true.
With a digital brain and an
And an
analog heart.
analog heart.
Chase Bliss brings you a little bit of everything, unless you want a flanger, because they don't have one of those.
Don't even ask me about a flanger. A flanger. I've got the blooper here.
Ooh.
Mm.
Do you have them all now? Do you have every Chase
I
Bliss?
don't think I have everything.
What are you
nice.
doing? Well, you don't have the flanger.
I don't have the flanger. Thanks for
Wait, is it flanger or flanger?
It's flanger.
I've been saying it intentionally wrong for so long that I'm not sure what right is anymore.
There's certain things I don't have. I don't have the original warped vinyl. I don't have the special run things that he's done.
Right.
Yakuza or whatever it's called.
The ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca. That's it. I'm sure
there's drug reference, Ryan.
Something else big I'm missing that I don't have from Chase Bliss. But what I have is
the generation loss.
Oh yeah.
You don't have that one either.
I don't have that one. Thanks for rubbing it in. No, like the special like low run ones that
just keeping it real.
Sell for $1,000 now or whatever. I don't have those.
Anyway, Chase Bliss, they make great pedals. They've got a ton of options on it, but at their core, you have just a simple analog, or in the case of the Dark World, digital pedal that sounds great, but will also do a ton of crazy things if that's what you want.
The craziest stuff. If that's what you want, it's up to you. It's consensual.
Yeah,
it's not going to force crazy stuff on it. You have to ask for it politely. And then it'll confirm with you. Do you want this? And you'll say, yes, I want this. And then it'll go crazy. And it'll go
crazy on you.
It'll turn almost every pedal into a chorus. All right. So big thanks to Chase Bliss Audio for sponsoring us yet again. Pedals more creative than you are. Go check out chaseblissaudio.com. We've got links down below in the description. All right.
You ready to hit this album?
The album. That's right. We're going to talk about an album. I'm so scatterbrained. I'm still fried
from last night's tequila
week. From all the tequila.
This album was suggested by Jason Fuzzmonger.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it was one of the original submissions. I went into the Get Offset secret chat that I'm in. We're talking about Get Offset podcast a lot.
Right. They're poisoned our content with their own content.
And I basically said, like, I don't know what album to make Ryan listen to. And and then this was what was suggested was Soundgarden, Superunknown. This was would you say that this is probably their biggest album? I don't know if I would say it's their breakout album, because the Bad Motor Finger was, I think, pretty big.
I'd say this is definitely the album that I owned and that I associate with Soundgarden.
Like, I was actually surprised to learn that this was the later album. Because their two, what I would say are their two biggest songs were on here.
What did you think of it, Steve? I mean, I'm intimately familiar with this album. Like, I listened to this thing on repeat for years.
So I think as a I would say as a non grunge grower upper, for lack of a better term, I think this album really, looking back, I think this album really highlights the thing that I've heard for so long, that like grunge wasn't a sound, it was a scene.
Sure.
Because there are moments in this album where I'm like, oh, this is like really doomy. And there are moments in this album where I'm like, there's one track, it's track 12, Fresh Tendrils, where I was like, this could just be an Alice in Chains song. Like,
sure.
This is very that, but like none of these songs were Pearl Jam songs. Like none of these songs were like Nirvana songs.
Quite a few times I was catching a lot of hints of Mother Love Bone floating around in the influences of this. And Mother Love Bone was the band that became Pearl Jam. But you know, that's pre Eddie Vedder.
Right.
So it was like completely different vibe than Pearl Jam.
I think one of the things that's interesting too is, and I guess it doesn't help that I'm not like a big Lane Staley fan with Alice in Chains. Just overall, I'm like, you know, he's fine. He's whatever. Like,
sure, he's whatever.
Not as a knock, just like I'm just not into his voice, and that's fine. This album, I think, really has these moments that are like just Chris Cornell, like just let Chris Cornell be Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
So one of the other songs too, the track 14 called Half. I said, was this, that's the one that has like sitar on it?
Yeah, there's a couple songs that have that sound floating around in. It's this octavey Middle Eastern sort of vibe to it. And it was really making quite a presence on this album across a few songs.
Yeah, I just felt like that particular song the whole time. I just thought like, you know, this is like Beatles meets Zeppelin. Like, why I didn't understand why it was a thing.
Yeah,
or maybe that was a thing. Like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's just like, you know, no matter where you are as an artist or what kind of music you're making, it's you always will like at some point you're like, how can I pay homage to the music that I listen to?
Sure.
And so then you end up with this track that, like I said, it sounds like either like late era Beatles meets Led Zeppelin, but it's Soundgarden.
What did you think of the song My Wave? Because I had a note on that.
I said it sounds familiar, and I don't know why it sounded familiar. So I wasn't sure if it was a song that I had heard or if it just was a song that sounded like that was, I think, the most like stereotypical song on the album that I hadn't already heard.
The reason it sounds familiar to you, Steve, is because they use a sample of it before the Surf Report on 91X. So if you ever listen to the radio station 91X,
I did a lot.
You've heard like right before the Surf Report, you'll hear My Wave, My Wave, and then they go into another clip.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't think I put that together.
But when I was listening to it today, I was just like, there's something about this song that just feels so like piecemealed together. It sounds like pieces from like 8 different songs, like just shoved together, and it changes in these really odd ways where it sounds like completely different recording sessions. Like, oh, hey, we recorded the verse over in this one studio, and then we have this clip from another studio from a year ago, and we'll use that as the bridge, and then we'll record an all new chorus to kind of stitch it all together. And it has all these weird parts that when you're really sitting there listening to it, it's like these do not connect in a really weird way, and I can't figure out if it's brilliant or if it's just an oddity. I don't think it's bad. It's really odd when you sit and listen to it and pay attention to those changes. Like how it's like the entire song changes, and the recording qualities of the voice change and stuff like that, almost to the point where like, is this someone other than Chris singing right now? Like, what's going on with this thing? It's really an odd track.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of like I said, the album is just kind of all over the place, and so I didn't really, just as a whole, I was like, I don't even know what's what,
Yeah. What did you think of the song Kickstand? Because I thought that one was kind of like a weird standout thematically. Like,
yeah, that was actually one of a handful of songs that I didn't really take any notes on. And I think it was I think I remember that one. I didn't take any notes on it because I didn't know what to write down.
I was just like, this is like it has like much more of a punk thing going on than the rest of it. Like you get like this really like heavy doomy stoner vibe from the rest of the album. And then there's this like punk pop edge kind of like like fist in the air kind of ballad with not ballad, but like just jam sort of thing with kickstand. Like it's almost like, did they lift this song from Offspring or something like that, you know?
Right.
Like it's got that energy to it. It's got a more creative chord progression than any Offspring song, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you actually take notes on this?
I did, but I kind of was busy doing other stuff.
For sure.
Too detailed. I do have some notes.
Trying to get your computer running again. Did you have any notes for Mailman? Track 4.
No, I don't.
So my note for that, and this is again, like I keep coming back to the well on this. But I felt like the anime butterfly meme guy.
Yes.
Like, is this grunge?
Yeah.
Because this is like, that was another one of the tracks, and in the comments, Emily said from Get Offset said like, oh well, Soundgarden is really just a metal band. And that was a song that like I was listening to. I'm like, this could be like, this is just like a stoner, like doom stoner or sludge, whatever metal track. Like, it's not even, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to expect. It's not good or bad. It's just, I didn't know what to expect. And I was rewarded for that, I guess.
So what do you think, Steve? Was this your first time listening to this?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think you'll ever listen to it again?
I don't know. I'd have to be in like a really specific place. I'd have to be not in a specific place, like emotionally. Like I need a reason. Maybe not a reason. But there wasn't anything on it where I was like, oh, I really want to listen to this again.
Yeah. I don't know. When I fired it up, I was like, it just took me back to driving around my minivan, cranking music and listening to full albums as a teenager and college kid and stuff like that. And it's, this was like putting on a familiar old sweater,
Gotcha.
It just fits into my life. Like, yeah, this is just part of, my musical experience growing up. Yeah. So it's hard for me to step back and have an objective opinion on it.
No, I've heard it. So just, I don't know why I address the comments in real time because it doesn't make any sense. I've heard of this album. I've just never listened to this album.
Right.
I've heard of Soundgarden. I think they are
right.
Soundgarden. They're the audio department at Home Depot.
I'm looking for like a tone rake. Oh yeah, it's over there in the Soundgarden department.
All right. Man, you got anything else?
No, go listen to it. If you're too young to have listened to grunge, this is a good one to go listen to. It might not be what you think grunge is.
Yeah,
exactly what you think grunge is. Yeah.
All right, let's do some housekeeping then, huh?
I wonder what people think of, like young people, when you say grunge. I wonder do they just go straight to Nirvana?
Probably. I think that. Are there any young people here? No, I don't know. Yeah, I think grunge is like well, actually now, if you're young enough, I don't even know if you associate grunge with music as much as you just associate grunge with like flannel and like the fashion of it. Because that fashion's kind of, at least done a cycle or two.
Sure. All right, take us to the new Inner Circler, Steve.
Yeah, so we want to thank a couple people this week. First, at the $5 level, the best friends level, is David Christensen. So thanks, David, for supporting us. And at the $1 level is Johnny.
Nice,
just Johnny.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks for supporting us at the $1 level. If you'd like to support the show, which goes into making the Ryan's backdrop look like a super cool guitar studio and leaves
a couple times that it looks like I live in a guitar center. I have about as much money as a guitar center right now.
But it also, a lot of that actually, the Patreon stuff has been going back into doing all those affordaboard videos, right?
Yeah, that's how I started it, and I got the ball rolling on that with Patreon money. and it it all got noticed by a lot of companies, and so now stuff is just being sent to me, which is great. But it definitely got the ball rolling, and if I want to get more pedals that I can't get sent to me, then that's what the Inner Circle money is for, to generate content with and to aid the generation of content.
Yeah. So if you want to support us, just head on over to patreon.com/60 cycle humcast. And whether it's $1 or $69, we need to make this
$20,
$420.
All the significant numbers. $311 if you want to come original.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you donate $311, we will do another episode 311.
We will do episode 311 too. 3,112.
If you donate at the $420 level, well, you can figure that one out for yourself. If you donate at the $420 level, we will do an episode of our own version of the Joe Rogan Experience.
What if at the $420 level we just take a week off and we don't do anything? Like if someone does, and they do it just to like punish everyone else. Like, yeah, I'm going to donate $420 just so the show doesn't happen this week.
Oh my gosh.
We just take it easy.
Yeah. All right, let's hit this last ad, huh?
Yeah, last ad. Let me remember how to bring it up here. Boom, there. Oh, well, that's not the last one. Where are you? Technical issues.
Come on, man, get it together.
There we go.
You had one job, and you already logged out.
No, I'm here.
No, I'm saying earlier you logged out. All right, this is from Jason Weiser. This is located wherever Jason Weiser lives. My uncle decided to put all of his favorite guitar parts in the mid-'70s, and then on my 5th birthday, he gifted it to me. I've had dozens of people over the years ask over and over again how much it is to buy it. No sale. I've changed my mind, though. I also put expensive strains on it. Nickel wound D'Addario XL regular light gauge. These are XL 110 nylon strings. Okay, first of all, these are not nylon. Second of all, these are not expensive. Like D'Addario XLs are like $5 a pack, $4 a pack. I think they're $4 a pack.
Also, you got to read the description underneath the photo. The custom Frankenstrat is made up from a Stratocaster body. No, it's not. A maple neck and a Peavey T-60 neck.
Yeah, I've always found that the most expensive strings can make the cheapest guitars. These aren't expensive strings.
He's always found that, though. He has a lot of experience.
This is not
expensive string.
This is not a Strat. This is like a Nashville Telecaster setup with a Peavey T-60 neck.
I have to admit, it kind of looks fun.
You know, with all of those mistakes plus the typos and everything else, I guess the only thing I can really say is, yeah, this is a drummer.
Deep drum burn from Steve.
Yeah, there's a drum set in the background. Just look at the pictures; it'll make sense.
Yeah,
yeah. I would play this. This thing probably plays great.
Yeah, this is way your style. Like this is a Steve guitar.
Yeah, this is super cool looking. I'm usually not a fan of the Nashville, but I think the all black is what makes it work for me. That black on black on black, black body, black pick guard, black pickups, black pickup covers. I think black knobs too.
Yeah, the only thing that's
black fretboard markers
is the maple neck and the Peavey T-60 neck. Keep looking for the second neck that's on here.
Black truss rod cover, black Peavey T-60 logo,
black fret markers. This thing is so dark. This is a
black
guitar.
Black text on the ad.
Underneath the pickguard, it's black because there's no light.
underneath the pickguard, it's black because there's no soul.
What do you think of that paint that is supposed to be the darkest paint in the world?
Oh, Vantablack.
Vantablack. Like I always see people. I've seen people like going, oh, you should paint your guitar Vantablack when I'm doing like guitar painting videos or whatever. Like, I don't think you guys understand how bad an idea that is, because it has to be like a matte finish. Like the moment you get any sort of moisture or grease on it at all, it's not Vantablack anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Kevin comments, you close your eyes, black.
I don't know. This light's pretty bright over here. When I close my eyes, it's kind of this weird purple. I'm
trying my no. It's kind of like a darkish reddish magenta.
Yeah, I like the idea of like painting a guitar Vantablack. It's just not very practical. There's another black that's like almost Vantablack. It's like, because Vantablack is like 99.9998, and they made another black that's like 99.9994 or something.
It's just a little blacker.
It's just a it's a little Vantablack is a little blacker than the next blackest black.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess once you get anything on it, you see it. I think Vantablack is a really cool thing.
It's a cool concept for things that you don't touch.
It's like on that level of like very pointless science.
Yeah. Well, it's like the kind of paint that Batman would spray the Batmobile with.
Right. Like, except then he wouldn't be able to find the friggin' handle.
Urban camouflage. He has like heat vision or something in his bat goggles, so
to see where the bat engine is.
Yeah. But yeah, $650 for this guitar. Screw that. No way.
Yeah, no way.
Hell no.
What's a Peavey T-60 worth right now? Do you have any idea? I can't imagine it's worth more than like 400, 450, and that's for the that's just for the neck. Like this just has the
old reverb machine here.
There we go. I forgot I had a phone.
Peavey T-60. That did not work at all.
No, it didn't? Really?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Siri.
I just tried to go on Amazon instead of eBay, so that's a problem.
Here's one for $700. Here's one for $1,000. Damn.
What?
T-60 for $1,000. Here's one for $671. So yeah, I think this guy priced it off the knowing what's marked on the neck.
Yeah. Somebody. Let's see.
Man, I wish I'd bought a bunch of these when you could get them for like $250.
I don't feel like those prices are real.
They're all kind of looking like that. There's one here, 1978, played by Hank Williams Jr. for $2,500.
So here's a Peavey T-60 neck that sold on eBay for best offer at $140.
Yeah, you can get the neck,
but you only need the neck.
Yeah,
and the tuners.
You can buy one
cover
Peavey knob for $35, two for $65. Imagine the difference.
Here's another Peavey T-60 for best offer accepted at under $600. There's a lot of these. Here's a iced tea burst that was $515 plus $50 shipping.
I found a refinished one for $450.
Yeah, and again, this is $650 for just a neck and like a random body. It doesn't say what the body is.
Yeah, you have no idea what the body is. You have no idea what the parts are.
It says it's all of his favorite guitar parts, but
what if he lied and he's like, oh yeah, these are all my favorite guitar parts, when in reality, these are the leftovers from the guitar he actually put together with all his favorite guitar parts. Like somewhere there is a T-60 body with like an American Telecaster neck on it. And
yeah.
This is the scraps guitar.
The Peavey. Yeah. I mean, he gave it to his grandson or his nephew on his 5th birthday. Probably just made it all up. Sorry, dude. Yeah. This story's fake.
If someone's giving you a guitar on your 5th birthday that's a parts guitar, it's probably not actually the most amazing guitar in the world. It's probably like, here, kid, have some fun banging this around your room. This will drive your parents crazy.
His uncle was probably on drugs in the 70s.
Well, most uncles were in the 70s. I think most parents were too.
I mean, if they were smart, they would be.
Yeah. All right, Steve. What do we got to do to get out of here? Talk about the song that we're not going to play on the stream.
This week's song is from Frankie FS or Mikey FS, who told me that you were overrated and then asked me to give you a hug. So internet hug. He says, "Hey boys, just want to share some music we recently released. I'm sending 2. I'll let you guys choose which one to share, or both. So we're going to do the song Driveway Thoughts." He says, Driveway Thoughts has him on guitar and Vox. But all the bass and guitar equipment is his. The songs were both recorded in his home studio. So Driveway Thoughts, the guitar has a custom-built Ron Jeffries Telemaster through a Fender Blues Junior Special Edition with Cannabis Rex speaker. And the pedals are a Solid Gold Effects The Stack, which is the Flippin' Flippers signature boost overdrive.
Pancake thing.
And an early 90s Russian EHX small stone phaser. The bass is a Fender American Professional Jazz bass into a Fender Rumble 500. So there you go. Hope you guys on the audio enjoyed this song. Are you not going to play this song?
No, I don't have it all lined up.
How dare you?
I worry about playing a song over streaming. It's just going to get garbled up, you know.
I'll play it on my phone. Here, hold on.
Don't do it right now. But anyways, you want to hang out and we can just chat and hang out with the comment section?
Yeah, I got all this left. I
need to go get some more water.
I've been slow rolling this show.
I'm going to stop recording on my side. You can stop recording on your side too.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You're gonna cut this off for the YouTubes?
For the audio podcast. But let's just stay on the YouTube. Let's hang out with people.
All right, I'm hitting stop recording.
I could blast the link out to some people and see if anyone wants to join on too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyone in mind?
I don't care.
What? Mike's probably up, right?
Yeah, he's probably watching frickin' Enterprise.
Let me see if I can get a hold of him. This is fun stuff.
This is riveting. Riveting. Let's see, 1 hour. This is the shortest remote cast I think we've done, actually.
Yeah, an hour even. We did it. We finally had a normal length show. Well, normal, like an ideal length show.
Yeah.
All right, I blocked it on the link.
All right, let's see. How's the new bass? I've played it a few times. I still have it over here. Let me pull it out.
Grab that thing. Grab that thing by the neck and play it, Steve. That sounds weird and way too kinky for this channel. Fret Level Midnight says, make us buy shit, Ryan. Go buy something. Use the affiliate links first. I need to pay for this computer that I bought today.
I look greasy because I am greasy.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to go get some water. You play bass and entertain people.
This thing really does need a setup, though. I'm not sure which end to set up from. It looks like it needs a little bit of a back bend on the truss. And maybe a little bit of a low. Look how high this is. Can you guys see that? You probably can't. Oh, there we go. I just had it right there. Look how high that is. It's freaking nuts. But it sounds good.
So last night, Steve from Boston jumped on here, and he had this acoustic bass, and he started playing acoustic bass, and I started playing guitar, and it actually like synced up, and it sounded cool, like a few moments.
How did you get to sync?
I think it was just good internet. There it is. There's that body. Steve is showing us his curves.
I'm gonna drop one of the mono straps I have on this thing, and then I'm gonna put this in the case I got from Music Area because I think this needs a little nicer case.
Yeah, it needs a good case. I'm gonna blast out the link to. That's what I'll do. I'll put it on the inner circle. If you're an inner circler right now, go to the inner circle. And I'm gonna drop the link, and you can join our video thing here and be internet famous with us, whatever that means.
This is the Gibson EB. electric bass from 2000, whenever the 120th anniversary was, 2015, something like that. I don't like playing like that, but then you can't see it, and you're just like, what the hell is that guy doing?
All right, little guitar time.
Literally little guitar.
I play a little guitar.
Oh my gosh! Here, I should
What
just.
key are you in?
Oh, I'm just making riffs, man. You
Look
pick a
who's
key.
here.
Oh, hey.
Yay!
Happy Friday night.
Happy Friday.
Man, I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm always working.
Yeah, my family doesn't let me do that very much anymore. I used to work a lot of weekends, but you got to not work sometimes. This is obnoxious, us playing guitar.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
So how's it going?
It's good. It's good. I just got a work project, so that's good.
No, no.
Money. I got
Look behind
I got
her.
new pickups.
Look, she's in her house. She's got guitars behind her.
Shut up.
I have
Gosh.
a wall.
Yeah, look at that, Steve. That's what you could be living.
I know.
No, Emily's
I
a
also
YouTuber.
don't have children, so
Yeah.
it helps.
Yeah, that does help certain things. Most
Actually,
things.
my wife reorganized the living room, and where my pedal board is leaning against the wall right now. Every time I look in the living room, I go, I could fit a 1x12 cab right there, and it would just fit right in.
It just fits right there.
So I haven't done it yet because I don't know. I'm waiting for everything to get comfortable and then be like, I don't know where this 1x12 came from. It just showed up in this spot.
I've always wanted to get one of those big, upholstered custom cabs. That's like upholstered with like the diner fabric, like the
Like the
Spartan fabric.
custom.
Yeah, that's custom, and just use it as a piece of furniture in the house. Like, oh, this is a bench to sit on, but also
Right.
it's a long 4x12 cab.
You need the plush, like the plush 8x10, and you just lean it on its side.
Yeah, totally. All right, do we have any good comments coming in here? Children are the worst. Mommy, Gibson still loves cash through cream. I have 3. Oh, kids.
My kids
Hey,
don't
the
need
little
these
bastards
shit
don't even
tunes,
pay
so they
tax.
don't exist.
Did somebody ask if I was gonna sing? I don't sing. Oh, when you all were playing guitar.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Ham bone maybe, but not sing.
My wife today, so we had a turnover at church in terms of the staffing, and so they're reaching back out to see like who's available to do music, especially with everything being how it is in the quarantine days. So I basically, like, my wife put in and said like, oh, I can still play piano, just like the two of us can't play at the same time. What's that?
Nothing.
And then I wrote like, oh, I can play bass or like acoustic or electric or whatever, like whatever is needed. And then she messaged me and she goes, you should have told them that you don't sing.
Yeah, you really should have.
I was like, why does that need to be specified? Like, if I could sing, I would say that I could sing.
Right.
Do I need to specify that I can't sing?
Well,
Every time I get on stage, I need to specify stop setting up a microphone in front of me. Like, I just get on stage and they're like, oh, woman singer. I'm like, no, nobody wants that.
I always needed a microphone when I was in bands with Ryan, so I could tell Ryan to play the freaking song and stop talking.
Just play the song. No. You need a microphone so you can yell at the sound guy. They love that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I still get like a microphone set up when I play with my surf band, even though there's no singing and there's no lyrics. And it is totally just like, oh, can you turn this up? Can you turn that down? Or like to She's like, hey everyone, this is the name of the band, and that's like the only reason the microphone is there.
You have to say the names of your songs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here's the name of the song.
Talk
People
between them. That's what Khaki King does. She's got her mic. She's so small, Khaki King.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Is she small? I have no idea what she looks like as a.
Oh, she's so tiny.
Like, are we talking
5 feet, maybe?
This?
Like.
Oh, she's 5 foot.
Yeah.
She has 5 feet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
She must be very good. She must be very good at pedal boards.
But imagine how much she pays for shoes.
I know.
Well, if I had 5 feet, I'd just hold 3 of them off the ground and walk on my walking feet and save the rest to be my looking feet. Like, look at these feet. These feet are untouched. The other 2, those are my working feet. I put my weight on those.
If you had 5 legs, do you have 5 legs?
We never said legs.
You just have 5 feet.
Yeah, we never said legs.
Even with that, like, okay, so if you have 3 feet or 5 feet and you're holding 3 of them up all the time, like your calves would be jacked.
Feet aren't that heavy, dude.
Your calves are like, but you'd always be engaged.
I don't understand. You have a very specific mental picture of the way these feet work. I have no mental picture of how the feet.
How are you? I'm just saying, like, how are you keeping these feet off the ground?
I'm imagining them right now that they're just kind of hanging off your legs like skin tags.
Oh, well, but so you're just tying them up?
Yes, this was my twin over here.
They're just kind of like flopping around.
Gotcha.
Oh my God.
See, I'm assuming muscle connectivity.
Here's an actual thing. Here's an actual question. Can you talk about how metronome practice sucks most of the time, even if you're ripping?
You gotta practice. You gotta practice with a metronome.
What's practice? Let's talk about the game.
Oh gosh, shut up.
We're talking about practice. Wasn't yesterday the anniversary of
now that he started, he'll never stop. I hate click tracks. I hate recording to them. I hate playing to them. I hate the metronome sound. I much rather put on like a Beat Buddy that's got like a synthesized drum sort of sound.
I just had to do some overdub work for someone who didn't record to a click track, and it was a pain in the ass.
Well, that's just irresponsible. I'm not talking about that. I'd still record just something that would put me in time. But so like recording is like.
Is that why you keep not taking the freaking click track off of the podcast when you upload it to Podbean? Get an email at 3 a.m. Yeah, the click track's there again.
That was do you remember my Affordaboard video that I launched last weekend? Something got corrupted in the upload, and one side of the stereo channel turned into a click track.
Just one side of it?
Yeah. And people, Ryan, the click track's back. I'm like, there's no way to put a click track in Final Cut. Like, it's not there. Like, where did this come from? And it was probably my computer breaking in that moment.
Yeah. Good call now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
The signs were there. It
turned one side of the stereo channel into this just pulsing thud, just like.
That's so weird.
It was really bizarre.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
It was his death rattle, I guess. I still published a few videos after that happened. It was limping
just
through life, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, death is a slow process sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a funeral for my computer.
A funeral pyre?
Oh my gosh.
Are you gonna throw it off a bridge like the guitar?
It's gonna be the first computer to be recorded as a COVID death.
Oh,
is that too dark?
Yikes! That's too dark, man.
Sorry, guys. Oh man, that's a cool suggestion. This guy fret level. No, wrong one. Robot Master. Every time I try to click them, they move. Here we go. Yeah. Robot Master Switch. I used YouTube drummers. They do a service. Yeah, find like someone drumming on YouTube and play to that.
You know what Deep Sea Diver's been doing is every week they release a new drum stem, that you can then record over, and then they take the submissions, play some on a YouTube show, and put the rest in the playlist.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's called the Stay Home Stems.
I wish I had time to do like songwriting challenges and stuff like that, little like recording things, but I don't.
I wish I had time to make a fake documentary where I claim that my 13 years of experience in the biotech industry makes me qualified.
Gosh, Steve, it is a good way to make money.
See,
you know how you get more time?
How?
You don't have kids.
Well, that's not how you get more time. That's how you preserve your time. It's too late for that now. Oh my gosh.
Well, there are some states where you can just leave them at the fire station.
Yikes.
I think that's here. I drive by it. I'm like, look, kids, you want to go live with the firemen? They make chili pretty good. They might have a dog.
Oh, Dalmatians.
Mm-hmm. Those are apparently like the worst dog to have. Like they're just really awful dogs. My
uncle had one. She was great. She was pretty high strung, but a lot of dogs are.
Yeah, I think they're very like high maintenance. Like they're very high on the if you don't walk me, I will destroy everything.
Yeah, Huskies are too. They had a yard they just put her in. She's very happy dog. Named Lady, and then he got a different dog that was a Brittany, and then he named her Brittany because he was great with names.
Yeah, super good.
Great with names.
Name them dog.
I knew somebody who named her dog DOG. And
I kind of like that.
And I knew this when in like middle school, but I didn't figure it out until college that she had named her dog.
I love it.
My sister named her cat Puppy.
That's pretty cute.
That's cute.
Oh, my friend Matt's cat is named Malpractice.
What?
I mean,
now if you want to talk dark names.
We always joke that if we got a dog, we would name it after like a president. So every time you're calling for it, like it sounds like you're like shouting like Thomas Jefferson, get back here, Thomas Jefferson. Like there's just something comical about it.
Grover Cleveland, get over here. Warren Harding, stop chewing that.
Oh my gosh.
Name a dog Carol Baskin.
That bitch Carol Baskin. That works. Yeah.
It works really well. I'm glad you said it, not me. Thank you. This is what we get for letting you join the stream with pet talk.
Hey,
pet talk.
Would you prefer to talk about Big Dickens festivals?
I would love to talk about Big Dickens festivals again. I was trying to relate that story to my wife about how we started talking about Big Dickens festivals. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, get it? Big Dickens. She's like, yeah, I get it. It was pretty fun in the moment.
It was great. Yeah.
It was really great. You guys had to be there.
I don't even think that's a joke I ever would have thought of in 1,000 years. And now it's just got me thinking about how, you've got that mid 19th century American poet Dickens' son.
That's what we're talking about.
No, you're talking about Dickens. Now I'm talking about Dickens' son.
Okay.
That's just
Emily
wrong.
Emily Dickinson.
Oh, okay. I understand the confusion now. Maybe that's how I screwed it up when I explained it to my wife. She's like, what are you talking about?
The Big Dickinson.
We were talking about Christmas caroling and stuff.
Oh. I'd rather not talk about Christmas caroling.
Halloween. This is Halloween.
That's
I've only seen that movie once.
Is that Halloween Town? Or is it
I didn't see that movie till I was like 35.
Yeah.
Jack Skellington.
My son fell in love with that movie. He loves kind of like dark and creepy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't really seen the whole thing until he started watching it. And, immediately when it was done, I just drove down to Hot Topic and I started buying chain wallets and
white studded belts and
yeah, exactly. I was like, I get it now. Finally, I understand.
A Misfits shirt.
That's
the right reference. Yeah.
My takeaway watching it is always like, man, that's Danny Elfman. That's Oingo Boingo right there singing that song. That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Did he sing all the songs?
Yeah, that was Danny Elfman.
I did not. I don't think I knew that.
No, you know.
Like, I know he did. I know he did the.
He does the music.
No, he did the music.
Yeah, no, he was singing on it too.
I didn't know he did the vocal for all of that stuff.
Yeah, well, you listen to him, and he just totally does that thing that Danny Elfman does in Oingo Boingo all the time.
Right.
Yeah. You know, that thing, that like growling, like yell.
That Danny Elfman thing.
That Danny Elfman thing.
Yeah.
So apparently Mike can't join because he's watching a terrible movie with his wife.
Oh, so he's watching Star Trek 5.
He's probably saying it's a terrible movie because it isn't some variety of Star Trek property.
Probably a Star Wars.
Go watch a Star Wars.
What is this garbage?
Yeah, here's $5. Go watch yourself a Star Wars.
What even is that from? I don't even remember.
From Arrested Development. That's what Lucille always tells Buster, and then she tells Anyong, here's $5. Go watch a Star Wars.
It's a banana, Michael. What can it cost? $10? I think that's my favorite Lucille line. Lucille won.
Right, one. Yeah.
I think the worst thing about that line is that wasn't that a thing that Trump actually said a couple years ago?
Probably.
Like not the banana thing, but it was like something about the cost of a gallon of milk.
that I believe, yeah.
There was some comedian that during the campaign had this whole bit where he's like, I would vote for someone if like they could answer the question, how much do shoes cost? Like just imagine like asking any politician, like, how much do shoes cost? Like, because they probably don't buy for themselves. They probably have people who buy for them and they don't. And even if they do have an idea, then they're buying really fancy shoes and they don't know what most people pay for shoes. You know?
Right.
What do you pay for shoes?
Me?
Yeah.
Usually around $50-$60. That's a little steep, huh?
I don't.
Then I don't want to answer this question.
Wow. I think the most
very particular. I only get the finest daddish New Balance.
Oh my gosh.
I say I probably pay $100 at least.
But see, I was gonna. So here's the thing,
so
Ryan. Is
more than me. I thought you were wincing because I pay a lot. You pay more than me. Okay.
No. But I'm saying, like, if you're buying like the one, I know what shoes you wear. You don't buy the daddest New Balances. You basically buy the same New Balances that I buy.
Steve is defending himself. He feels attacked.
Wow. He's like, they're the same ones I wear. They're not dad shoes.
Ryan buys really cool shoes.
Look, always in dad rock. It's not dad rock.
Oh my gosh.
Good
They're
rock.
They're freaking classic joggers, basically.
Classic joggers, man. They're not dad shoes. They're classic joggers, okay?
The freaking 993s are on sale right now at Joe's for $150.
The fact that he has the
because I look at the New Balance outlet like twice a week trying to find a new pair of shoes.
We need to have an intervention.
I know, right? I think
What's the most you've ever spent on a pair of shoes?
Oh man, I don't know.
The most I can remember paying for a pair of shoes, I think it was like $80 or $90.
Oh,
what?
I did.
That's it?
I did the custom Vans once, where you can pick like the colors and the patterns.
They're like $100 for them.
It was like $100 or something like that. But I was getting Vans. They should be like $30.
What's the most you ever paid for a pair of shoes, Emily? Gonna throw us under the bus.
It's not fair because she is in the Pacific Northwest, and there's a boot culture there. And
I spent $300 on boots. You know what? I wear them all the time.
Well, there you go. Like I spent like 80, or I spent like I think 60 or $70 on a pair of boots that do not have. I don't think they have replaceable soles. Unfortunately,
that's the thing. You got to get more expensive boots to get replaceable soles, and then you have the same boot. Just replace the soles for $50 every couple of years. Oh,
No, go ahead. I was gonna go grab
I
my
thought you were like,
boots. My boots are
Yeah,
right
I'm
there.
done too. I'm out of here.
My boots are right there.
My show now.
They were actually recommended to me from one of my super fashionable friends. But
Nice.
they're like six. I think they were 60, 70 at a penny. I don't remember what they were.
I bought a pair of Doc Martens. They're like a wingtip style Doc Marten, which is really hard to
Nice.
find.
Yeah.
And I've got
Those
them
for
at,
less than $100.
I got them at a discount shoe store
Oh,
for like $25 or something
what?
like that. Yeah,
Wow.
there was 2 pairs there. I should have bought them both.
Well
But
done. You should have bought them both.
I need to get them resold. They're getting it's like where the rubber gets hard,
Mm.
like it's not sticky anymore. But then I'm worried because like it's the only Doc Martens I've ever seen where the sole wasn't an inch thick. And I'm worried if I get them resold, they'll put
No.
a thick sole
They'll
on
do
them.
whatever. They'll do whatever you want. A good cobbler.
Oh, so like I take it to a cobbler. I don't send it to Doc Marten.
I recommend taking it to a cobbler. You
Okay.
support your local economy.
I'll take it to my local cobbler boy.
Every cobbler I've ever been to is cash only, which drives me nuts. Why?
That's so
Why
weird.
can't they take
Probably
credit cards?
because it's
None
like a
of them
money
do.
laundering thing for the mob or something.
Oh shit, you're probably right.
I sold it.
Cash only businesses, man.
Yeah. I was cash only today. Someone bought a guitar for me and they wanted
You're
to
money laundering.
they wanted to do Venmo. I was like, no.
Everyone already heard this story.
Oh yeah, that's true. I told them.
Yeah.
I just had to Venmo people a ton of money for this. I was gonna go to LA for to see the whole study, and then our Airbnb canceled. So I got refunded $2,000, and I'm like, and now I got a Venmo $2,000, and I was shocked that Venmo was just like, all right.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's easy.
So
It's not
Ryan,
like this is weird behavior, but all right.
Ryan, do you not have Venmo or do you just not use Venmo?
I don't use it. I signed it up for it and I looked at it and like I don't want to use this. I just use PayPal. It's just PayPal.
Hey, Grant, why aren't you in here? Sorry.
Yeah,
I
where's
see Grant in the chat.
maybe he doesn't want to set up a lamp like Steve did.
Don't you love lamp?
I love lamp.
Yeah, Grant, get in here. I posted the link in the inner circle.
What state am I in? I'm in Washington.
That's like I think that's the 5th time that he has asked that question.
Do you want to talk about the Grateful Dead?
Oh, that's SD Design. SD Design is local to Steve and I.
Nice.
And so we're always doing a little bit of geography talking.
Ooh,
I don't
Grateful Dead.
think I don't know if I've ever listened to the Grateful Dead.
I've listened to them not by choice, but because I worked in a grocery store.
I mean it's definitely possible that I've heard their music. I just like somebody said under pain of death, name your favorite Grateful Dead song. I'd just be like,
Truckin'. You say truckin'.
Jimmy Garcia is a cool dude.
Someone just asked, Rick Brown asked, Ryan, what's your favorite blues affordable clean distortion pedal? It's a lot of things.
What's a clean distortion?
Clean distortion. I think he probably means like a light transparent overdrive or something like that. I filmed Sonic Cake pedals today, and there was actually
cool.
an overdrive in there that I think fits that description. Here we go. We got a cat. The blues crunch or something like that. It's a kind of creamy, like warm light overdrive. I think it might be up your alley for that. Hello, cat. I wonder
That's Princess Carrie Fisher.
It is.
when Grant gets here, maybe he'll bring one of his bunnies.
Or Albie, maybe.
Not Cat Albert.
Yeah, maybe Albie.
Yeah. Albert, Cat Albert.
Cat
If she were a boy, she would have been Tomcat Waits. Sorry.
Yeah. Dorky Dad, it is the Sonic Cake Blue Screamer, but it's spelled with a K. That's what I was trying to remember.
Oh, Sugar Magnolia is a good Grateful Dead song.
I don't really listen to the Grateful Dead.
I'm gonna throw this out
Throw it out
for people watching. I don't know if this will make the affordable board, but we're gonna have some Joyo stuff coming our way.
Did we get an email?
We did.
Steve
Ooh.
always sees the emails way before me.
You said Joyo? Is it that line that we were talking about, Ryan?
I hope so.
It is whatever the new stuff is. It's not going to be all at once though, because it's brand new. Like they're limited quantities, I guess.
Interesting. Oh, okay. I see the email now.
Yeah,
I emailed them and they ignored me.
Live email. You know what? They might not have ignored you. They had to write back to me and said that there was something wrong with the email on their side. I don't know, like the story, right? But they said they tried to write me back earlier because I wrote them like 2 weeks ago or something.
I'll follow up with them.
It says the entire R series is in plan of promotion, but under Joyo's Limited. I can't send them all at once. However, we could build up long-term relationship to review them all. Okay, sure.
I mean, it's like 20 pedals to have all at once.
Yeah.
Joyo, love you long time. That's kind of racist, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you are half Asian, Steve, so you can say that.
That's true. I can say that.
I can't.
Are
say
you?
That.
Yeah.
Are you? What half?
My mother's side.
The right side.
the upper half.
The upper half.
That was good.
No, Steve's mom's like full Asian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We were talking about that at work yesterday. Was it yesterday? A couple days ago. I don't remember. But we were talking about how they always say like, oh, drink 8 glasses of water a day or whatever, right? And I remember like years ago talking to my mom about this. This is riveting, I know. And she was like, she was talking about that. And she's like, yeah, like we don't, like growing up, they never drank things apparently with their meals.
Yeah.
Because like so many of the meals were like liquid based already, like soups and whatever.
Yeah,
like boiled things, and like rice is actually like if you make rice properly, it's pretty moist. So it's like you just didn't really rely on like a glass of something as you like you a standalone drink. Maybe you had some like I don't know, like something else. But anyway, yeah, water talk with Steve. That's what this is.
Water talk. We're getting wet.
Water.
Water.
That's some brown water. That water looks thick. What's your favorite flavor of water? I think mine's Pepsi.
Mine is gin.
That's a good water.
It's a good water. Water.
I don't think I've ever bought gin. I've never bought gin, and I've never bought.
Steal it.
I've never bought like wine liqueurs. Like I never bought brandy. I don't know why I'm saying this. I think I bought all the other things. Have I bought vodka? No, I got vodka sent to me for free. Remember that vodka, Ryan?
That wasn't vodka.
The science vodka?
That was awful. That must have been like 4 or 5 years ago now.
At least.
I can't forget the taste that was in my mouth. That stuff. It tasted like drinking plastic. It was awful. Like think about the off taste that is like when you drink a diet soda after you've been drinking regular soda your whole life, and then apply that to vodka. It was weird.
That is weird.
Not fun.
Yeah, there was definitely it had some kind, I don't remember what it was, but it's some kind of like alcohol. It had alcohol sugars in it.
They restructured the alcohol so that it wouldn't ding your liver as hard or something.
Yeah, that was the idea. Well, no, it wasn't even that. They put like licorice in it, basically.
Like black licorice?
But when you say that, it sounds good.
No, I know.
It wasn't good. I don't
even remember what it's called. Basically, the whole idea was like, oh, if we put antioxidants in your vodka, then it won't destroy your liver.
And it makes your drinks bad because it tastes bad.
Yeah,
it was fortified vodka.
It wasn't like fortified. I mean, I guess it was kind of like
more like
fortified in a sense.
That was a numbers joke. That was stupid. That was a bad joke.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. Oh yeah, NTX. Here we go. I'll get this pulled up. The claim is that it's like liver safe because of whatever's in it. But basically it was
it's liver safe because we can't drink enough of it to get drunk because it's disgusting.
It's like how abstinence is safe sex, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you all seen Can't Hardly Wait?
I have at some point.
I just watched that again for the first time in a while, and
It's
when
a rom-com, right?
it's a
It
teen
is.
comedy.
Yeah,
It's just the party, and that's the best part of a teen movie is the party. So,
Hmm.
but when the nerd drinks beer for the first time and he spits it on, he goes, "Everybody, the beer's gone bad. Nobody drink the beer. The beer's gone bad." And everyone's like, "It tastes like beer to me." That was a good shit.
That's a good joke.
Mannitol, that's what it was. It's there's mannitol in it. Which is
Damn mannitol.
It's a osmotic diuretic.
Really?
It's a sugar alcohol.
So it makes you piss, and that's supposed to help your liver?
What it is, well, that's like a sweetener, but apparently there's something about that in combination with some other things that are supposed to be like I said, operate as an antioxidant, so it like helps protect your liver. It's that thing though, the mannitol of it, basically, at least from what I think that's what was the synthetic taste in it. So it's like you couldn't drink it straight, and you couldn't drink it cold, and you could like maybe drink it with like juice, kind of.
The thing is, like, man, I don't know. I wouldn't want to waste a decent mixer on a shitty alcohol and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything you add to that stuff, you're just wasting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you guys should listen to a Replacements album.
Wait, I thought you said we need to listen to Exile in Guyville.
Well, I would also say you probably also need to listen to Husker Du, but
I've listened to some Husker Dus.
I've never listened to Husker Du.
Oh, you should. You should. Girls reading books about UFOs.
You just said words, and I don't know what they were.
It's a song. It's a Grant Hart song. Rest in peace. But Bob Mould and Grant Hart and Minneapolis. No, yeah, you should listen to. I'm sure you both have listened to Exile in Guyville, though.
Oh yeah,
I think I listened to it like a few weeks ago.
It holds up.
It's on it was on my, every once in a while I get on just like an artist trip, and so I think actually around the time that we listened to Courtney Barnett, I also listened to Exile in Guyville and whatever the album was that actually had like pop success.
Exile in Guyville had pop success. Well, Never Said was a hit, and then her self-titled was like her pop album.
Yeah, I think it was her self-titled. That's the one that I was most familiar with.
Yeah, the one that Pitchfork gave 0.0.
Really?
They were real. I think they might have deleted that review because it was so mean and sexist.
Pitchfork, I will say, I think if they review anything between like,
sorry.
I think if they review anything between a 4 and a 6, you basically should not ever listen to it. If they review it anywhere in between, nope, that one is still up 0.0.
Well, at least no, they must have taken down the God, what was the band that had the "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" song?
Oh, Jet.
Yeah, they reviewed the Jet album, and that was just a video of a monkey pissing into its own mouth.
Wow.
That was the whole review.
Jeez. No, I've generally found that Jet. Oh my gosh, there it is. It's still there. Jet Shine On 0.0. Funny monkey peeing in its own mouth. I found that Pitchfork, if it's one extreme or the other, it's probably worth listening to.
Yeah.
I think they gave, though Ryan would probably say it's deserved. I think Jimmy Eat World's best albums are all like sub 3s.
Wild Grant appeared.
Hey, it's Grant.
Oh yeah, I was just soldering.
Hey.
They look
I don't need to wear these actually.
You look like a hip hop producer.
Yeah.
Is this what they do?
Like mine.
Yeah.
Oh, were those like protective goggles?
Yeah, they're not actually glasses. They just keep solder from splashing my eyeballs.
Nice.
That is a problem.
And they protect against blue light rays or something like that.
Right.
So do mine, which is why it reflects all weird into screens.
Hold on, Ryan. I'm gonna. So Sean Pierce Johnson just left a comment that that he's disappointed that I did not label as Super Rich Steve, but last week I did label myself as Super Rich Steve, which is why I didn't label myself Super Rich Steve again.
Sorry, the 2 Life Crew comment.
Well, I just like that we're segregated here. No glasses on the left side of the screen. All you glasses people over there on the right. You stay where you belong.
All right.
Matt and I are going to be over here with our vision, looking at things with our raw eyeballs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
Coming at you raw.
Where'd you guys go?
Yeah, my vision is so bad that I just I can't see anything.
Grant and I have superpowers, unless you're wearing contacts, in which case I'm making fun of your vision.
But we're more susceptible to this thing.
Well done. Oh,
I'm not that fast.
What happened? I missed it. Oh,
She did the block.
yeah,
And then
that wouldn't work. My hands are so small.
what are we doing right now?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Also,
Happy Friday.
we've got this nice diagonal thing going on
I'm
right
sure,
here.
apparently.
Grant's got a ceiling fan. Steve's got a ceiling fan. We're seeing those shadows fluttering around.
You got guitars in the background from the other diagonal.
Yeah. Emily and I have
Wow.
guitars. I'm really liking the symmetry here, guys. This is a good setup.
It's the guitar mini, you and I.
Yeah.
This way.
And all 4 of us are beautiful. So
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh,
We're all
there we go.
very attractive, very smart and funny,
Mhm.
super
We're all-
talented.
We're all fun. We're all
Well,
great guitarists.
Yeah.
apparently I have to start a podcast now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't start a podcast. Just
Be
buy
on
one.
everybody's
Started.
podcast.
I'll sell you my podcast and you can have it.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
420 $420.
What's our website worth right now anyway?
Our
we figure that out?
website? Nothing. Our website's worth nothing.
Tree fitting.
Oh, I should see what my URLs.
Oh, can you
Alright.
find out? Oh, you can find out what your URL is worth.
Yeah.
I don't even think in those terms.
Apparently our website is so worthless that it does not come up on whatworthofweb.com.
That sounds about right.
Oh, go to the GoDaddy one. Oh, Get Offset Podcast is worth $469.
What?
It's 69, dude.
Let's see what my my other website URL, naturalforfree.com, is worth $1,045.
Sell. Get that money.
It's for sale. Literally, it's for sale.
Yeah, guys, go buy that website.
MeetEmilyHarris.com is worth $570.
So 60cyclehomecast.com has an estimated value of less than $100.
Oh my God, guys. What are you doing? How is my domain worth more than yours?
I feel
However,
like we both
my
spent $100.
my personal domain is worth $890.
Oh, is that I can't remember it.
It's everythingisgenius.com.
That's it. Everything is genius. Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm actually so I got that because I thought it was brilliant. And I also I maintained it just because in the long-term hopes that eventually some hipster will want to buy it off of me.
EmilyFuckingHarris.com is worth less than $100. Damn it.
Well, when like a famous person other than yourself named Emily fucks another famous person named Harris, then it will be worth something.
I think it was Andy from Sinusoid. I joked that I would name my kid, if I had a boy, I would name him Harris. And he said, well, that's going to make the URL very awkward.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ugh.
All right, since we got Grant on, I think this is a great question. If a pedal was called the Holden McGroin,
The what?
if a pedal was called the Holden, like Holden Caulfield McGroin, as in an Irish crotch, What kind of effect do you think it would be?
It would be I would think a compressor.
I would also pick compressor.
Yeah.
Sure, guys. Yeah.
A delay?
I have no clue.
Holden McGroin.
I don't even know who Holden Caulfield. Who's that?
Oh, for Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
It's a book.
Okay.
Don't read
Hey,
it.
It's a
I'm not-
book I read a lot before I became a sniper, and
I'm kind of dumb, guys.
Are you just holding that rage from when you got hockey skates instead of ice skating skates?
wow.
That's the only part of that book I remember because I stopped reading it that quickly. I was like, fuck this.
Man, you did not last. I think I've read that book like 7 times.
Man, you are a sleeper cell.
I know.
How many times have you bought it, Steve?
Once.
I thought I was a sleeper cell.
I thought
Last week
I thought about keeping it in my car for the day that I go crazy.
What's the name of that Mel Gibson movie? Conspiracy Theory?
Yeah. The Passion?
No, it's the one where he keeps buying Catcher in
the
the
one
Rye
with the
over and
neighbor?
over again.
I have no idea.
What women want?
No, there's this movie where he's like a sleeper agent and he doesn't know it. And the way the government tracks all their sleeper agents is that every time they see Catcher in the Rye at a bookstore or anywhere, they have this compulsion to buy it. So Mel Gibson has hundreds of copies of Catcher in the Rye in his like bunker, and he has no idea why he keeps buying it. He just has this compulsion to buy it over and over again because they track, the government tracks purchases, and like the only people buying this book are the sleeper agents.
I mean, that's not the best. I mean, it's popular. Every 14-year-old has to buy that book.
Right.
I was an assigned book when I was in high school.
Not in my high school. I'm from Pennsylvania, man.
Oh,
I was homeschooled.
the movie was called Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
I thought you were going to talk about a Catcher in the Rye movie. I'm like, I didn't know they had one of those.
I figure they finally did a Catch-22 series, which I only watched the first episode of.
I need to watch that. Is it good?
The first episode was good, but the thing I'm always interested in, I haven't read the book in years, so I'm not super familiar with it. But it's how do you make a movie or a TV show, limited series, whatever, out of a book that's written out of order?
Flashbacks?
I mean, I guess.
Have you ever seen the Get On Up, the James Brown biopic? That does everything out of order, and I think it works pretty well.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that. Get On Up.
It's got Chadwick Boseman, aka Black Panther.
No, I knew that.
I don't know your life.
AKA Jackie Robinson.
Grant and I are over here like,
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying looking at your face every couple seconds. Like,
Here, I'll look down and you look up.
he's right where I'm
Hi.
at.
Oh God.
That's totally a good
That's
thing.
funny.
How's Cat Albert?
He's good.
Good. What happened to Poop Face?
What's that?
What happened to the black cat? Poop
What?
Face? The black cat you all were feeding. Did I dream
Poopaloo.
that? What?
Poopaloo.
Oh, now it's Poopaloo?
His name was Poopaloo, but he disappeared.
Oh.
You know what? When you were here, I think that might have been the last day we ever saw him.
No. And he had those fleas. Poor
He
guy.
just disappeared. We hope that maybe a local household took him in.
No, he was so
So you're
skinny.
saying that the last time you saw this cat was when Emily was there.
Yeah, we actually went to all the local shelters and tried to find him. We were hoping that maybe someone took him in. We were going to go adopt him, but
Hold on.
this was just a stray that was coming around our house, and we started feeding him, but we weren't sure if we could bring him in.
He was
because
such
we have a cat that has
baby.
some health issues, and so we never got the opportunity to bring him in before he just disappeared one day. So,
Oh man.
but he was
That was,
cute.
fun. That was a fun morning.
Yeah,
I was very hungover.
I've never had a cat let me touch his paws.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Oh,
Wrong girl.
Oh, dang it. Now we got
I've got to like hand you a cup.
wait.
Can you take the cup? No.
Right. High five, Grant.
Ryan,
It worked. Give me the cup.
Ryan, can you pass that down here then, please?
Wait. Wait. Hey, I'm a little thirsty. Can you help me out here?
I'll
No, nobody's
put
got
it
me.
down.
Nobody's got me.
Now we both have one. What the hell's happening here?
We're witching.
Waiting.
That was really cool for about like
Pretty
10
good.
seconds. It fell apart.
It's gonna be like in the future, someone will find this video on YouTube and be like, "These dumbasses have never used live streaming before."
I think people are thinking that right now.
Yeah, it's true. Present.
How many guitars do we guys have? Says Rick Brown.
Between all of us?
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
I don't want to count.
Okay, we'll all wait for you, Steve. We won't do anything.
Is he counting?
He's
I think
going
I have
behind the
29.
bed. I think I finally understand the lay of the room behind him. I never took a full look at it. What are we
I have
looking for?
12 guitars and a banjo and a mandolin and a pedal steel and a lap steel. Are we counting those as not guitars?
If you're counting basses and acoustics, I have 20. I had 27, but I got 2 more since then, so I have 29.
Basses.
But all of them are like
Yeah.
$500 or less, except for like 3.
Think I have 25 guitars in this room. There's
I
more.
got some work to do.
There's more in the rest of the house. It's bad. And there's a couple on the way right now.
I have 2 guitars that are no wait. I have yeah, most whatever. I have guitars that are all prices, all costs.
Come on in. You'll find something that you like.
Ooh,
This is, a
look
neat-
at that.
this is a fun one.
This is the Japanese Fender. It's a great guitar.
Still in tune. I don't even know when the last time I pulled this out was.
That's what he said.
Ooh, minor 7th. Ah!
Oh man,
That's what they say every year when they do that. When someone is in the Big Dickens Festival, they pull out their old outfit. And they say, "I haven't pulled this out in a while."
Yeah. And everyone just
It just
This
gets
is,
harder and harder to make.
shut up.
Ouch. Okay.
This is
Right now.
at least a 3-piece Japanese body.
I would wear I'm gonna make a Big Dickens Festival t-shirt.
I'll wear it in a demo.
Oh my gosh.
What year should it be for? Should it be like
1969.
yeah.
Duh.
Make it look
96.
like a vintage ringer shirt?
April 20th, 1969.
Yeah, that's the Big
Wow.
Dickens Festival. The inaugural Big Dickens Festival.
Why would you hold a Charles Dickens Festival in April?
I gotta look. Franklin, Tennessee.
That's the 4th month.
Oh, it's Dickens of a Christmas, so that would make sense. I don't know why that's even funnier to me.
I'm never going to be able to hear anything about Charles Dickens ever again and not chuckle under my breath, which is stupid because you think it would have happened way before now. Like, why did it take so long to get to this place in my life where I've been brought so much joy by a stupid dick joke?
Why
Dick
you guys
jokes are
like
great.
authors so much anyway? I thought this was a music year podcast.
What?
What?
What's up with you and authors?
Music? No, we're just talking about authors here.
Ryan, what's the last book you
And
read?
pets.
Yeah,
Well-
what is the last book you read?
Read all the way through? I
No.
don't know. It's been a long time.
What's
What's the last
book
book you started?
Oh man, there was this book years back that my buddy Adam gave to me that was about like this like family like homesteading in Germany in like the 1800s or something like that. And I got through most of it on a camping trip, but I just never finished it. I'm not
The last book
reader.
you started was years ago.
It was years ago.
Ryan's
I'm
not.
not a book reader. I read articles and stuff like that. Like I read things about like information I'm looking for. I don't read for entertainment. If that
I'm reading the Kathy Valentine memoir right now, and it is a trip. From the Go-Go's, the basis from the Go-Go's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know who that was.
No.
There was an article.
The cool.
I don't know who the publication was offhand because I saw it on like an aggregator. But it was actually talking about their first Rolling Stone cover, which was an Annie Leibovitz cover
With their underwear.
Yeah, they're all in their underwear, but they're all like teen. I think they were all teenagers still.
No, they were adults.
Oh, were they adults?
The youngest one was Kathy, I think, and she was in her early 20s.
All right, but it was like very like they all described it. Whoever they interviewed for this article was like, yeah, it was really awkward because it was like not what we were as a band, but that was like literally we showed up and they were like, oh yeah, just put on this underwear.
It wasn't sexy underwear,
but it's still weird.
What the worst was the tagline for the cover was "The Go-Go's put out."
Oh yeah, forgot about that one.
Yeah, I think that's almost more upsetting than the underwear. If Annie Leibovitz told me to get into some underwear, I would do it. There wouldn't need to be a camera involved. I would just.
Wow. Already wearing underwear. I mean, it's
okay. Well.
Awkward.
So
speak for yourself.
Speaking of, podcasts and such a while ago, didn't Blake just interview her?
Yeah, and we're trying to get her too. But I'm hopeful. I really like.
So you're trying to get. What I'm hearing is you're trying to get her, but Blake already had her.
Yeah.
I
didn't get to listen to that yet.
I gotta listen to it.
I just remembered I have a soundboard. Got a question for Grant. I'll put it on the screen. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, question here. Robot Master Switch asks, at Bigger Pedals, I've been considering some DIY pedal kits. Is that a good way to learn? Thanks.
Definitely. If you know somebody that builds pedals or solders, that's the best way. If you can just like shadow them, if you can just watch them and have them watch you and just like, show them, do a couple parts and then just show them the board and be like, does this look good? And they'll tell you. And after 10 minutes of doing it wrong a few times, you'll know what looks right and how things should be done. And then you just have to, YouTube videos really help. No matter what you're trying to learn, but kits are awesome. They make you not have to learn how to order parts. And that's the thing that will make you bang your head against the wall, because you'll order parts and you'll order the wrong parts like 3 times and then you can't build your pedal. So yeah, get a kit that's free. All the parts are in bags and you don't have to worry about that.
Grant actually has a really great kit on his website.
Yeah, you still have that?
It's only $20 too.
We took it off. It's not for sale anymore. It was just a joke, but too many people kept buying it.
How many people bought that?
Oh, like 17.
Dude, that's real money that you're making there. I wish I could sell something for $20 17 times.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a millionaire.
How many people actually made something with it that you know of?
At least 4. And Josh Scott actually bought 2 kits.
Oh.
And he is.
Well, he's got to leave one in packaging,
So for everyone that doesn't know what this is about, it was a joke, because people always say a pedal is, it's just $20 worth of parts in an aluminum box. And so I thought it'd be funny to just throw a pile of parts in an aluminum box and just take a picture and call it $20 worth of parts in an aluminum box. I made it was an $8 aluminum box or something, made it $28 even. So I made nothing off of it. And the whole point was, you don't get plans, you don't get a schematic, you don't get anything. They're random parts. They might not even make a circuit. They're just thrown in a bag because that's what people think a pedal is. It's just $20 in parts.
Yeah.
So meant to be kind of tongue in cheek, but people didn't realize that and kept buying it. thinking they could build a pedal out of it, and they kept emailing me like, "What circuit can I make with this?" And it was like nothing. You have to have some sort of level of skill to do R&D to like design a circuit, and you're not paying for that with $20 in parts.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the whole idea. Well, the people that didn't get it, now that they've got it, now they've learned their lesson. Now they understand, like, oh, you just can't.
I learned my lesson. That people won't understand a joke, and then you'll end up spending like 4 hours stuffing these. So.
Jokes.
Oh my gosh.
Jokes are hard.
Oh, hold on.
Steve keeps making us wait. Yes, we'll keep going.
Is he getting
Steve.
another guitar?
He's putting the guitar away, I guess.
Take it away. Nice case though.
It is a nice case.
I used to have one of those over the door shoe things.
I've got one here in the garage with me that my wife put in here because she thought I would do cable management in it. Let's see if I can get it over here outside. Nope, it's empty.
It's empty.
It's just
I just have hooks on the wall for my cables, as you can see above my head.
Mm-hmm.
I probably don't have as many as you.
I've got a lot of cables laying around here.
We do have an over-the-door thing for all of our baseball caps, though, because my God, how quickly we have accumulated baseball caps. Working in live events, everyone just gives you a cap, and you're like, I don't need this in my life anymore.
You just need another hat, you know?
This is the other guitar hiding under my bed.
Oh, that's handsome.
That is the quintessential Steve
This
guitar.
is the Steve guitar. I've never seen this guitar.
That is the pure Steve guitar.
This is the one that, like a couple years ago, we talked about, like if we had Kevin Equitz Guitars build a signature model, it would be whatever his like Telecaster model is. I can't remember the name right now. I'm looking it up.
Guys,
I love Kevin.
Tired.
I'm jealous. I have not been able to fall asleep for like days.
It'd be a Rayburn with a single coil in the neck and a humbucker in the bridge, like this little Telecaster. But this is all parts. It's a rando body with a Squire neck.
Yeah, I think it's like a belly cut on it, right?
Oh yeah, it's got this crazy belly cut on the back.
It's the Steve signature look right there.
The back is like a red matte finish, and then the front's like a really thin gloss. And yeah, that's a strap pickup.
Cute.
Yeah, strap pickup in the neck.
Yeah, just like
Did
Prince.
you do all that? The mods to the back?
No, so I traded a Ashdown 2x10 cabinet for all of these parts, and then gave it to a guy who was doing tech work for Ryan and I at the time, a local guy, and basically said, "Here's a bunch of parts. What can you do with it?" Because I didn't have time to put it all together and do the. There were like a couple things I needed done, like the pick guard had to be slightly reshaped to fit on this body. But yeah, this is like an old Squire neck too. This is there's no date on it because I think this actually would have fallen into when they were putting the Squire date or the Squire serial numbers on the neck plates. So I don't have a serial number on this neck, but I managed to take just the way the logo is with the gold outline on the script, and it's like an 83, 84, somewhere in that range. Very cool. I don't know.
The string retainer is.
Like yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite part.
It's like what my Tunatone has.
Oh, is it like that's? I think it's the retainer off of like a Floyd Rose.
Yeah, it's like super oversized for that. It's fun.
But I really liked it because it does have this funky like 60s throwback look to it. Oh damn, wow. That's huge.
It's especially compared to the body.
Yeah, it's like bigger than the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, I love this guy.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
And just like
what? So Taylor Petrie says, what kind of pedal would you all recommend to get me close to the Andy Summers tone? I've always heard. What'd you say?
Metal Zone.
I was gonna say I had an Ibanez CS whatever stereo chorus CS7.
I think you should get the Albie when it comes out.
Didn't he use an Electric Mistress?
He did use an Electric Mistress,
But don't use that. You won't get anywhere near.
Yeah.
Get a different pedal.
CS9. I had a CS9, and I actually had a love-hate relationship with that pedal because every time I would turn it on, I felt like all I was allowed to play were Police riffs.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it except when you're at church.
I still don't see the problem.
I play all kinds of riffs at church.
Yeah, it's out of tune. Put this away.
Well, guys, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
How dare you?
My 2-year-old hasn't been let us. I'm going to call her a 2-year-old now. Her birthday is in October, but we're getting close enough. She's 1.5, 2, or something like that. She's not a
18 months. Yeah.
Yeah. She's been keeping us up all night, like the past 3 nights, and I'm about to crash. So I think we should wrap this up. We've been doing this for 2 hours, Steve. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Should we do one last question from the peanut gallery?
I don't know. It's got to be a good one.
Guys, ask a really good question, or we won't answer anything, and then we'll just go to bed.
Speak for yourself.
How late did you stay up last night, Grant? Did you go to bed
until like 6:30?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Up all night.
I was gonna. Well, that I wouldn't call it up all night.
You're nocturnal, man.
I was bummed out that I had to crash.
No,
Yeah.
Grant's only been here for like 15 minutes, man.
I know, that's true.
It feels like all night. I gotta be honest with you.
All night long.
If you log off, does it kill it?
Probably. I mean, no, I could leave this chat right now.
Just go to bed and just leave us.
You left it. You left it earlier.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, huh?
I was joking. I miss you.
Don't worry, I'm not.
How many?
I have to leave my computer running.
How cool is the Jags thing? It's downstairs.
That is so cool. It's downstairs.
It's pretty cool.
So cool. How cool is it?
Nathan,
Remember when you had the Jags thing?
Nathan
awesome.
Boone asks. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. Chris Farley.
Answer my question.
Nathan Boone asks, best affordable Fender blackface sounding amp. My gut, maybe Emily will agree, is the Milkman, the amp.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great like Princeton stand-in sort of.
Oh, I love the amp. I play it every show they let me play it. maybe never again.
Speaker for it, but there's creative things you can do with it.
Well, I do have a speaker cab for it. I have a Jupiter speaker in it that Tim recommended from Milkman Sound, and my singer and we painted the speaker cab and put some decorations on it. But usually I just go DI for shows if they have good monitoring.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't, usually I just have the speaker cab in the back of the truck and I go grab it. It's no big deal, but it's nice to have one less thing to carry.
Okay, I think we've got a good last question here from Nissan. If you were a Ninja Turtle, what turtle would you be? What guitar would you own? Oh, we just can't. The answers are so good, we can't make them.
I will say that when I played, as a kid, like I used to play a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 on Nintendo.
Was that the SNES or just the NES?
Regular NES, but it was the one that was the arcade game, the first arcade game that was ported to console, and I would always go with Michelangelo. What guitar would I own? I feel like if you're Michelangelo, you're going with an Ibanez RG.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that's a party guitar. He's a party dude, and that's a party guitar. Raphael is not a Jag Stang. Raphael is some uptight piece of shit.
Oh my god!
But with a Dan Armstrong, I feel like.
With who?
With
like an acrylic,
yeah,
like a see-through guitar would be cool for a Ninja Turtle, I think.
Yeah, that'd be cool. There's like a nice heavy weapon too.
Yeah, it's like you could definitely knock someone out.
Well, I wasn't thinking about fighting anybody with it.
I mean, inevitably you would have to.
Leonardo is a Fender Katana bot rock. Sorry. That one was chosen ahead of time. That was predestined.
I don't remember the personalities of the Ninja Turtles, to be honest.
This is a sidetrack, sort of, but having to do with Ninja Turtles. Real quick, do you remember this cereal when we were kids? Some cereals would come with a Ninja Turtles bowl.
I don't have a Ninja
Like
Turtles
shrink wrap?
bowl, so I must not have gotten that one.
Yeah, because if you had gotten it, you would have kept it forever, like an heirloom.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I have a lot of dumb shit that I've kept like that.
I do remember these bowls. I just Googled it and I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember this.
The only reason I bring that up, I had them when I was a kid. I talked about them once, and my sister bought them for me on eBay. I believe she paid over $100 for these ridiculous old bowls.
Wow.
You would keep
I
them
just
because they would
remembered, as
hold
somebody
up.
asked that question, I haven't seen them since we moved into this new house.
It's because Karen threw them out.
I lost
Well,
my
it's been less than a year. I
No,
mean,
was it
I've
a
been
year?
here for a couple years, so I'm still like finding shit.
That disappeared. It
I
took your
can't find
wallet.
my running shoes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Moving sucks.
Yeah, I hate moving. I hope I never move again for the rest of my life.
I mean, I know I will have to, but I don't want to.
You're going to move to your mother-in-law's house, Ryan.
That seems so.
That could be a possibility someday when I'm old.
That was real dark.
It's a single story.
Is it a single?
It's a single story.
Why did I think it? I in my head it was 2-story. Doesn't
I mean,
matter.
we've lightly talked about that being a possibility for the future.
Dang.
On that note, let's end this. I'm so
Good
tired.
night, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Thanks for
Thanks
sticking
for having
with us
us.
for some
Bye.
reason. And go listen to the
Expression.
podcast on Monday morning. Bye, everybody. And this
See ya.
is the awkward part where it takes a minute for the broadcast